Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends Series X-Men 97 Cyclops. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here we have Marvel Studios, which is going to read Marvel Animation from now on. X-Men 97, a nice group shot of the Wave 1 characters. Nice artwork of Cyclops. 4 and up. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Hasbro print and a nice big blister showcasing the figure and accessories. On the back, we've got Marvel Legends Series. What I'm guessing is more than likely a digital render of the figure. And then the cross-sale Magneto, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, Goblin Queen, and the X-cutioner, which are all Wave 2. The X-Men logo, Marvel Legends Series Cyclops. And each sold separately, subject to availability. And recycled print. Attention! Especially don't stick things in your French pie hole. Warning, attention, Octung. Don't stick things in any other language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Small, fine, legalese, made in China print. Symbols I'm not going to learn. A barcode, Hasbro print, Marvel print, some more small print, and another symbol I'm not going to learn. That, my friends, covers a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers in case we need them for some of the smaller accessories. This first one we won't. It's an optic blast. And I do believe we've seen this before, starting off with the retro carded X Factor Cyclops. And I do believe this is the same piece. I didn't dig my other piece out, but it seems reasonably similar to it, but you know, it's a red beam, so why wouldn't it? So, but it does have some nice sculpted details here on one side of it, and the other side is smooth, so you can, either way you want to do it, you can put that up or you can put that up. And it doesn't fit into this head, it fits into the alternate head, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Next up, he has 3 extra hands, 2 fists on in and out hinges. Nice molded detail, all molded in yellow plastic. No paint apps. And again, they're both on in and out hinges. And I believe this is something we've seen before in the line. The last hand we have is his activator hand, where she can reach up to his visor and dial the intensity of it. He also has one in his glove that when he makes a fist, he can activate it that way too. At least that's my understanding of it, because he doesn't always reach up to activate. Now here we have the extra head. And you can see it's angry, firing lasers. Not really lasers. They're concussive force beams. And you can see it's got a slot there in the visor. And I have to say, it's got nice molded details. Nice. Well, I was going to say paint app, but it doesn't look like a paint app here. This looks like the gold plastic all around. And then the hair is probably a separate piece glued on. And the face actually may be as well. It's hard to tell. No, the face it's painted, I do believe. And then it's probably molded in this color. Or I could be wrong. Looks like the blue is the paint app. So, and there you can see they did use the inkjet face printing on this one. And you get up real close to it, and now it's out of the lights. But you can see it on there. It looks very nice. Now, as far as the optic beam, it does work with this head and not the other one, as I stated before. And you can see it's got a little tab there on it, and it goes in the slot in the visor. And again, you can do it that way. It seems to fit a little better this way though. So maybe it only does go one way. So let's take a look at the figure himself. And you can see he's got that nice kind of cocky grin there on his face. Same deal with this visor as the other visor. It seems to be in that gold plastic. I really wish they would have painted it so it matched the rest of the uniform, you know. And then probably the blue is the paint app on this, and here is a separate piece glued in, I do believe. And then he's got that nice little paint app there for the red. And then now I have to say, this is something that I don't remember having seen before. It probably has come up before, and I just don't remember it. But on previous Cyclops, this, you know, from the belt and this belt up here around the shoulders and stuff was all one piece. And now they have put it where part of it goes with the ab hinge and it goes all the way around. And then this piece is glued on to the front, and, you know, easier to pose with, no bending of this stuff. So I do think that is a big improvement. It's got paint app right here, well, two paint apps really, because I think the black and the red are both paint apps, because this is all molded in that yellow. And then another good thing about this Cyclops compared to previous releases of the Jim Lee Cyclops is these pieces are attached. They're molded in, or they have a cut in there for them, and they stay in place. They do not move. And the same down here at the top of the boots. And not the same for these wrist straps though. They're still separate pieces, and they can be removed if you want to. Although I don't see why you'd want to, because it's an integral part of this uniform. Straps and pouches and stuff, it's the 90s. It's 97. Pouches are still happening. Let's take a look at his articulation. He can look up that high. He can look down that far. And the head is on the ball and hinge. So old school-ish. He got a little bit of chicken neck. He's got some waggle. He can do the full exorcist. At the shoulders, he's got butterfly. He can go back that far, forward that far. He can raise his arm up past 90 degrees, so that's really good. 360 degree of rotation there as well. Cut at the upper bicep for another 360 degree rotation. Double hinged pinless elbow, and it gives you that much bend, and that looks like it's a separate piece there, but it's not. It looks like, well, maybe it is a separate piece and it's just glued in there. I don't know. But 360 degrees of rotation at the wrist on in and out hinge for this hand, and in and out hinge for this side as well. Got a, you know, fairly standard ab hinge. Allows him to lean back that far and forward that far. Unfortunately, there's no ball joint at the waist. I really would have liked that. It's got a standard cut that will give you a 360 degree rotation. At the hips, he will give you that much of the splits. He kicks forward up about 90 degrees, not quite 90 degrees, almost though, and back maybe about a half a step. Right here where this yellow strap is, 360 degree rotation thigh cut. Double hinged pinless knee, so very nice. And it gives you that much bend. Then at the upper shin, top of the boot, not the strap here, but the top of the boot, there is a boot cut, gives you 360 degrees of rotation. At the ankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far. Forward facing pin, full rocker. That, my friends, does it for a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Marvel Legends Series X-Men 97 Cyclops with the Marvel Legends Series Warlock Build-A-Figure Wave Cyclops, the Marvel Legends Series Love Triangle 3-Pack Cyclops, and the Marvel Legends Series Retro Carded X-Men X-Factor Uniform Cyclops. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Marvel Legends Series X-Men 97 Cyclops, with our final Marvel Legends Series comparison making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee from the G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander from Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Marvel Legends Series X-Men 97 Cyclops, I have to say, wow. This is a vast improvement over the last couple of Jim Lee Cyclopses that have been done. The Warlock Build-A-Figure Wave and the Love Triangle 3-Pack. Although there's nothing really wrong with those, this one just blows those out of the water. And I would love to be able to put this in my just main Marvel Legends display, but simply because of the animation look to the head, I can't really do that. I guess I could fudge it in there, but I don't know. But I do like the improvements that they've made with the strap, where part of the strap is sunk into the abdomen and goes around the ab hinge, and then the other piece goes up around the shoulder and is glued on, and it works much better than the last couple of releases where it's all one piece and it just doesn't pose very well. So I do hope that they're going to do a comic version on this mold, because also with the straps, you know, they don't fall all over the place like they did on the last two of this, you know, the Jim Lee figure. So they're actually, you know, they're not molded into the leg and the top of the boot, but they are, you know, it's carved out so they fit in there, and they're pretty much flush with the leg and the boot. So that's good. And, you know, I was going to pass on this line, and I did get in on it late because I wasn't sure if I was going to like the show or not, but I should have jumped right on the stuff after the first 2-3 episodes and really started picking them up, because I love the show and I feel like I need to have these figures. You know, I don't know. That's just the way it works with me. If I like the media, then I like the figures. Generally. Sometimes there's issues and I don't like the figures because, you know, this, that, or the other. several factors may come into play. But this is a dang near perfect Cyclops, and for animation, it's about 99% there for me. And I was lucky to get my hands on this one. I found it at GameStop.com. So try that if you're still looking for him at close to retail. GameStop.com. Try them. See if you can pick it up there. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.